everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be, I'm going to call it Project Pan Parole. The idea is kind of coming from Coffee Break with Danny. She does vlogs on Saturdays that are called her mommy paroles, and I just kind of liked that idea, so I incorporated it into my Project Pan. So basically what that means is at the end of my week, I don't have to use my Project Pan items. I can use whatever I want. You're gonna hear my heater. It's freezing outside. Basically just gonna be a get ready with me. Next time I think I'm gonna, like when I pick out the makeup that I'm gonna use, I'm gonna do a vlog style. So it'll kind of be like a shop my stash kind of video. I didn't do it this week and I didn't want to recreate it and make it be fake. I will do these at the end of my Project Pan weeks. So the first thing I'm going to use is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, which I'm not going to show you because it is part of a Project Pan and I want there to be some surprise. I wasn't necessarily sick of any products because we're a weekend, but I did want to go ahead and get this video out. And on top of that, I feel like I don't want to give myself the chance to get sick of my products. What can we chat about? The first thing would be my pregnancy. I don't know how many people are like super interested in my pregnancy, but I am 26 weeks along. So far everything is going okay. At least I assume. I haven't been to the doctor in a few weeks. With my son, so this is my second. With my son, I developed pretty severe preeclampsia. Not pretty severe. It was severe at 30 weeks, and he was delivered at like 30 weeks, 3 days. So he was really early. So I'm coming up to that mark in this pregnancy, and so I've been a little bit on edge the last little while just because I think it goes without saying I don't want to go through that again. If you've followed me, you know that my son was in the NICU for 7 weeks. And it was a really stressful, hard time. So I'd really prefer to not do that again. But I also developed preeclampsia pretty quickly. This time in my pregnancy, last time, I was on vacation, like having a good time. I had no idea that my son would be born within the next few weeks. I'm just hoping this one does not go the same way. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. 26 weeks, feeling good. This baby's a girl. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know. If you don't know, this will be new information to you. So if you do know, I'm sorry. My husband was attending medical school. He graduated in May. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Boudoir Eyes palette. This is easily top 5 for me. I love it so much. Mine's pretty messy around here because I actually use it. Yeah, it's just one of my favorite palettes. So the reason I picked this one, I'm not big into warm tone shadows. And the other day on my YouTube feed, someone's video popped up that was a cool tone eyeshadow palette recommendation video. And so I watched that one, and because I watched that, others have popped up. And so it just kind of got me in the mood to use my cool tone palettes. So my husband graduated in May from medical school, and we matched to residency where he had been going to school for just a year. We are actually going to be moving again. I just used the shade in the buff to set all of that. I'm really actually very excited about it. I'm using the shade Fuzzy Handcuffs. We've been living in apartments since we were married. And he's kind of at a point where he's ready to have a house. So that might be something that we're looking into in the next little while, is buying a house, which is crazy. It's something that I honestly didn't think we'd be doing for a few more years. It's taken me a minute to adjust to the idea that we might be homeowners. It scares me, honestly. Like, terrifies me. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with being a homeowner, especially when it wasn't something that we really planned for. It's just kind of happening. I'm excited about that, but also obviously nervous about it. You never know what's going to happen. I used garter belt to deepen up what I just did. And now I'm going to use this shade Voulez-Vous to put in my outer V. It's freezing here. We live on the East Coast right now, and we are getting hit with this crazy storm. I mean, it's not even stormy anymore. It's just cold. My son has really wanted to go out and play in the snow. And I know that kids are resilient and can handle things, but I told him we couldn't go outside unless it got to be 25 degrees. That's how cold it is. It's not like I set the bar really high, but it actually didn't even make it that warm. Didn't even make it to 25. It was barely 21 or something when I put it down. Yeah, it's so cold. It's crazy. I don't do cold. That's just not something I like at all. I think I'm going to go into a lap dance. My thoughts are really scattered. I feel like the longer I'm pregnant, the more scattered my thoughts get. This palette is so good. I've had this, I don't even know how long. And it's just like, if you like cool tone shadows and you're in the market for a palette, I'm not saying this is something you have to go out and get it right now. I'm saying if you need a palette and you like cool tone shadows, this is a really good one. Oh, that's something I want to talk about. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. I wasn't going to declutter any of my eyeshadow palettes because I spent my money on them, and right now I like all of my palettes. I don't love all of them, but I like all of them. And so I thought I'll just slowly get through them. But that's so unrealistic. I'm never going to. And so I'm kind of considering doing a declutter of my palettes. And I've actually gone through, I have a video coming where I'm going to tell you about all the palettes that I would purchase again if I ran out of them. I have 58 eyeshadow palettes, which is ridiculous. And they're not all the big eyeshadow palettes. Some of them are smaller. But still, 58, that's a lot. And of those 58, I have 13 that I would purchase again that aren't limited edition. But of the palettes that I can repurchase, there's only 13 of my 58 that I would repurchase. And so I'm kind of starting to think maybe I will declutter the ones that I wouldn't repurchase. Because 13 is still a lot. It's not like I'd be depriving myself. I don't know. I've invested a lot into my makeup collection. I was watching somebody the other day who was like, it's not a collection because it doesn't appreciate in value. It goes bad. So it's not a collection. It's a stash. It's a hoard, which I have to agree with. I am a makeup hoarder. I'm going in with this e.l.f. I don't know. Oh, hydrating face primer. So I'm thinking of doing that. I think it would be good for me, good for my friend, because at this point I've touched every single one of my palettes. Like, not like swatch touched, like I've used every single one of my palettes. And so I wouldn't necessarily feel like I could give my palettes just to anyone. Like, they would need to go to people that I know. I just don't know that I'm ready to part with them, which tells you it's a hoard and not a collection. I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Aqua XL Eye Pencil in M10. It's just their, that's the only thing I hate about that primer. It's like, it does not come off your hands at all. That's just something I've kind of thought about the last few days. I've been watching people's project plans. A lot of people have started out the year with a declutter. And I'm just kind of thinking maybe I should do it. I don't know, it makes me really anxious. I'm using the NYX Mineral Stick Foundation in the shade 02, which again, because it makes me anxious, that tells me it's a hoard, not a collection. It's unhealthy. Even if it's a collection, it's an unhealthy collection because it makes me anxious thinking about getting away. Probably just need to like part ways. It'll be really, really hard. But I also think I can do it. It'll be hard, and I'll feel bad about all that money I wasted. I've just kind of learned things about myself as far as makeup goes, and I buy into the hype of a lot of products. So one of those products is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. So I bought that full well knowing that I don't like warm tone shadows. I prefer cool tone. So why did I buy that palette? And it was a palette that I even debated for a while. And I still got it. Like, gosh, what was I thinking? That was so dumb. I seriously think about those kind of things and realize that's another indication that my collection is a hoard, not a collection. I'm using my Physicians Formula highlight brick. A lot of things have changed, and I considered picking up the Tartelette Toasted palette, which is a warm tone shadow palette, right? So I'm not really sure why I was thinking about getting it, but then I also realized I prefer smaller palettes. This is the Sephora waterproof eyeliner in Flirting Game, because I've noticed in my smaller palettes, for the most part, I like all the shades. That doesn't happen in bigger palettes. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind in Brightener. I still like makeup, and I still like having variety and options, but I don't need 58 eyeshadow palettes, especially if I don't love them. If I loved all of them, even that would be different. But I don't love all of them. This is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. I like all of them. And so I'm kind of feeling like get rid of the stuff that you don't love and just hold on to the stuff that you do love. Not necessarily just the ones that that I would repurchase, because like I said, I have some, maybe I didn't say that. There are some limited edition palettes that if I had the chance to repurchase them, I would. I think they're that good. This is the Tarte Party blush. I love it. It's so pretty. I feel like it looks good on everything. I'm not a minimalist because I think I just have more stuff than a minimalist would have. I'm just realizing that I don't need or want all of this stuff. So why hold on to it? This is the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3. Makeup is just fun for me. It's my hobby. I'm really not seeing the point of holding on to everything anymore. Okay, I'm going to use my Bite lipstick in the shade Latte. But I don't want you to see it, so I'll be right back. That's all the makeup I'm going to do for today, which I say that as if I didn't put on like 10 pounds of makeup just now, and I did. But, anyway, I'll finish my thought, and then I'll close this video. But, I'm just trying to live a more simple, clutter-free life, and that includes my makeup. Thanks for helping me think through all of that. I guess I just needed to talk it out. I think I'm going to declutter that makeup, those eyeshadow palettes, because I'm literally never going to get through all of them. So be watching for that video. I'll make sure that I include you in it. I hope you enjoyed my Project Pan Roulette. I hope you enjoy this series. It's going to be fun for me, and it's going to keep, hopefully, my Project Pan alive so that I don't give up. Especially once this baby comes, I'm a little nervous. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, bye guys.